people, welcome to my channel, Tarot by Bronx. Hello, beautiful people, welcome to my channel, Tarot by Bronx. This is Tarot Talk, these are Tarot Things, and I'm your host, Boogie down Bronx, Boogie down Bronx.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to my channel, Tarot by Bronx. This is Tarot Talk. These are Tarot Things, and I'm your host, Boogie down Bronx, and I'm here to take care of the Aries. Aries, if you are new to the channel, welcome. This reading can resonate for you if you have Aries as a sun, moon, rising, Venus, north node, or south node sign. Quick shout out to my Patreon. We just had the first eclipse. We're still in eclipse season, and I'll probably be posting some more stuff on Patreon for Mercury retrograde. Now we just entered the Mercury retrograde shadow period, which is 2 weeks before, and then we have a shadow period 2 weeks after the retrograde. So if you're trying to get your life, especially if you're like Gemini or Virgo placements, you definitely want to tap into the Patreon. We got a lot of cool stuff on there going on. And shout out to human design, because I have been integrating human design in my readings a lot more. And if you don't know your type, you don't know your human design, I highly recommend to at least know your type, so when I reference you, you'll be able to pick up on it, catch the extra definitive advice that is meant for your type. And I think that's all the announcements that I have. So happy May, happy Taurus season. We are tapping into Aries energy. And so I think that's it. Let's flip over these cards and see what we need to work on, what we need to surrender right now, Aries, at this time. Okay, so we have surrender to inner peace. Cultivate inner peace on a daily basis. In quiet meditative moments, focus on the stillness within and enjoy this inner refuge. Others will feel your good vibes too, and your life will flow more easily. All right, so Aries energy tends to have this way of being where they're always in like fight or flight mode or fight mode, and it's like everything just feels very in survival mode. So it's like you guys naturally have that Martian energy, which is all about this aggression, this passion, and you're always being on 10 or able to go to 10 really quickly. So if you have to start practicing some inner peace exercises or some meditation every day to really do more to get that extra energy out of you, like your shadow side, you have shadow work needed, is Libra energy. So looking at where it is hard for you to relax, it's hard for you to really allow yourself peace, it's hard for you to allow yourself to just be. And this could stem from mommy issues, something with the mother here, something your mom didn't give to you or did give to you, maybe gave you a lot of pressure to succeed, to keep going, to not really take your time and relax. We have potential only matters when someone acts on it. So this is kind of like a separate card from the rest, but let's keep that in mind. All right. At the bottom, we have ancestors pleased. So you guys have been doing some work over the last few weeks since Aries season begun, which is great. All right. So let's look at where do Aries need to find more... Whoa, hold on. Where do Aries placements need to find more inner peace and find or work on their shadow work? Where do Aries need to find inner peace or do some shadow work? What does Aries need to do shadow work in regards to? You have intuition, letters in name, A, S, H, L, or N. So this could be letters in your name or letters in somebody else's name that you are connecting with. Something more for Aries with shadow work needed. Commitment. You guys been like getting the similar message for a while about commitment and being more selective with the things that you commit to, not being so impulsive with committing to things. Long term. What else? What other challenges does Aries have going on right now that they need to focus in on? It will work out. Okay. I think like every commitment that you make from this point moving forward, you need to be thinking about long-term stuff, okay? So you don't need to be thinking too much about how you're going to feel in the moment. Start to like get in the habit of thinking like, how is this relationship, this job, this whatever going to actually make me feel in the next 2 years, right? Things can be like very heat of the moment for you, and you might tend to live life kind of on the edge where you're just like, let's just live in a moment. But you have fling here. It's best to just take that into consideration. Like the times where it didn't really work out when you were only focused on the moment, and then you ended up wanting something long term from this commitment, but it was really just one of those short thrills. You have air sign, could be something within Aquarius, Gemini, or a Libra. I was about to say Aries. You have, they will reach out, friendships. Somebody could be reaching out to you from the past, or an old friend, one of those signs, possibly an air sign, will reach out. But this is a good time where you're really thinking on the things you need for your life long term. Okay. Potential only matters when someone acts on it. So you're trying to, for some of you, make a long-term commitment with someone that is only there for the moment or has only been good for like some short thrills. All right, so what else do we have for Aries here? What else can you tell us? What's the solution for Aries at this time? Why are the cards flying like that? What is the solutions for Aries? What do they need to... What else? What else does Aries need to focus on? Let's get 2 more cards. Fight for it, healing, stable. Yeah, this is a time to really focus in on building true stability, especially Taurus season. Looking at your life where you tend to really live in survival mode, you live on the edge, you live as if every day is your last day. And that can be a good thing sometimes, but sometimes that can be very harmful to you because it's like you never get to experience this deep inner peace because you always feel like you're going to have to fight. You're going to have to deal with things. You're going to have something come up where you got to be ready to go. And so this comes from shadow work where you do have or in your past or past life. If you have an Aries South node, especially, this is a past life issue. Or you have your South node in the first house, or your North node in the first house. But this past energy of like where you always had to fight for something, right? Where you always had to fight for it. Where is it at? Fight for it. And where can we release that in some ways? What are some things that we actually don't need to fight so hard for? We just need to let it go. We need to let it be. And then versus those things that we do need to fight for, right? So it's all about discernment. It's about like really going within and seeing where you might just always be in this go, 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 go energy. And then you're burnt out or then you're like tired. But there's something here that you're not supposed to be fighting so much for. It's just going to come to you. You don't need to fight too hard for anything. Really just focusing on things in your life currently that can be more stable versus like a lot of new things. So you could have some new love coming towards you or a newer type of connection that, you know, if you focus on the stability aspect of it at first, instead of trying to force things to be what you want them to be and taking time to like build a very strong foundation, because Venus is now in Aries. So be careful, Aries placements, not to be too impulsive when it comes down to your romantic life. Venus does not like to be in Aries. It is debilitated, which means it doesn't perform as well. It doesn't like that because it's very, you know, it can be aggressive. It can be harsh. So just in that sign, it can be just tough. So just try not to jump into things so fast or end things fast, start things fast. And I think everything will be all right, but we need to work on this inner peace here. We need to work on not trying to control your external world so much, but your internal world, because your external world is very unpredictable, okay? You can't control what other people think, do, or say. But if you always focus on cultivating inner peace every day and having your own inner sanctuary, the outside stuff won't even really faze you, okay? So let's see what else we have for Aries. Aries, what else is coming towards Aries that they should be aware of? And then we're going to do some human design. We're going to do some human design pulls at the end for all the types. Aries. What else is coming towards the Aries placements? Ace of Pentacles. Something that is stable. Yes, that is what we need. Something that starts on the right foot. Okay. Tell me more. What's coming towards Aries? Could be a new job coming in for you, new form of prosperity, work, etc. What else is coming towards Aries placements? Aries. Nine of Pentacles, Ace of Cups reverse. So we definitely need to work on internal peace and external stability. Let's see. Why is the Two of Cups here reverse? Like your work life and like your finances are improving, but like emotional stability or like your relationship world can be a little bit wonky right now. Anything else for Aries? Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, and South Node. Oop. Why is the Three of Swords here? What is going on? Like, these cards are just all different. You got the Two of Cups reversed. You got the Three of Swords. You got the Ten of Cups. You got the Lovers. What is this? What is this for Aries? I'm confused now. Now y'all giving me too much conflicting messages. It's like a lot of opposition going on here. Why is the Three of Swords here for Aries? Can we clarify what is this sadness or this heartbreak? Oop. Why is the Three of Swords here for Aries? I feel like there's a Justice card, this balance, this Libra energy. I think like for some of you Aries, the realization can be very harsh that some relationships in your life, the current ones actually, so the relationships that you have right now, relationships from your past, you're going to be seeing how all of them kind of started on the wrong foot. Like there was something off about all of them. And like, so you had to keep going through these heartbreaks, the sadness, because some of you didn't have a good example of relationships in your life. And so you kind of mirrored those. And so there was a lot of making up, breaking up, a lot of breaking relationships here, because it did not start on the right foot every time. It was going into impulsively. It wasn't right. But now you're having an opportunity to see why these relationships did not work out. For some of you, it's because you rushed into them too fast without getting to know these people, without making sure that you could fit them in your life, they could fit you in their lives, that y'all actually had things in common. It just wasn't built off of like sexual chemistry. Like there's things that, were missed, were overlooked, were skipped. And now you're seeing some relationships, you have to just cut them off because they're unbalanced and they're not going to get into balance because they just can't. And then, that hurts, and that's the separation that's caused here. And then for other relationships, the new ones that are coming in, you know that you can start off the right way with these relationships. Could be with a Gemini, because you're in a better place where, you're feeling good. You know what it is you need. You're feeling more confident. You know what you're supposed to do now. Or you have a better idea of like why relationships start fast and end fast for you. And it really has to do with just this being impulsive nature, or the relationship itself wasn't given the stability from the beginning, and then you can't suddenly just start to expect stability from people that never gave it to you in the first place. It's not very realistic. It's like you can want that, but it may not be with those individuals because it was never there. You never started on the strong foundation, and it's hard to build that, especially with people that have been in your lives for a very long time. So what's the advice for all the types here? In human design, I want to pull all the same cards and I'm going to read them for the different types. Okay, Sun card. What's the advice for Aries with this energy? Death card reversed. Eight of Wands reversed. What is the advice for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, South Node? Ace of Wands, the Lovers card. Again, Gemini, strong air. Could have Gemini placements. Tell me more. What is the advice for Aries? What is the advice for Aries placements? Okay. What's the advice for Aries placements? Can we clarify? Let's just clarify the Lovers here as well. Can we clarify the Lovers card, please? This Three of Swords again. What is going on? Can we clarify the Three of Swords? And then we'll get into it. Can we clarify the Three of Swords here as well? But yeah, this doesn't feel like self-sabotage in a way. This feels like, you're actually trying to accept the relationship, where your relationships are at right now. But it doesn't feel like you're necessarily sabotaging these relationships. I mean, there could be some where you have, but I think it's more so like a harsh truth realization about things that you've allowed to take place in your relationships, which is a form of self sabotage. But it's more so like just making peace with this separation with these people here. So, starting off, I really wanted to talk to projectors first because I was thinking about projectors when I was talking about entering a relationship correctly. So, for projectors, it's very important that you enter any relationship correctly. The relationships that you get into should always have recognition and an invitation. If you're not invited into a relationship, it's wrong. If you invited yourself, it's wrong. It started wrong. If the person did not give you any proper recognition, it's wrong. And what I mean by recognition is like if you wanted to be friends with somebody recognizing you, for things that you do, positive qualities, for your friendship, wanting to be your friend, or if you want to be seen as a partner, if this person has actually told you like, yeah, I can see myself with you, I'm interested in you romantically, like it has to align with what you want from that person. So some of you Aries projectors, placements out there are realizing that you did not get into a relationship the right way, and so you've been trying to change it. You've been trying to make them see you in the way you want to be seen, and it's just not working. This is, some self-denial here, and you're probably going to have to cut it off altogether. Now, for generators and manifesting generators, for some of you, you're realizing that the relationship has long been gone for the satisfaction aspect. It's very frustrating. Certain friendships are frustrating. It didn't come in response. Some of you, when you try to like get in a relationship with these people, like maybe you tried to initiate the friendship, or if it wasn't response, like they came to you first, there wasn't these like a lot of excitement for the relationship. It was just like, okay, we're here, we're together, we're friends, but it wasn't like anything that was exciting, or you began to really lose excitement over time for the relationship, and now you're seeing that's not good. If there's no more excitement here, then that's not good. It's not going to be stable. It's not going to be sustainable for you long term. And then for manifestors, you could be dealing with these people that don't allow you to be yourself. They don't allow you to lead. They don't allow you to take charge. They want to control you. They're very restricting, and you're just like, this is not the relationship for me. And I have to just wait for the right people so that I can not have to keep starting over. There's just a lot of start, stop energy for everyone. And then reflectors trying to force these people to be something that you want them to be, or to acknowledge you, to see you, to understand you, and it's just not happening. And so it's like you're rather like suffer through these relationships, or go through all these disappointments, Nine of Swords, and be struggling here, but the relationships have been trying to end for a while. But you won't have to keep doing this over and over if you enter into your relationships the right way, which is making sure they are mutual, built off of mutual understanding. They make you happy. They are fulfilling to you. It's not one-sided. It's not anything where you are somebody's therapist. It's like you guys have multiple interests. It's fun. It could be lighthearted. You guys learn things from each other. You teach things to each other. There's a lot of new potential relationships. You have all the pages here. So there's going to be a lot of new potential suitors coming towards you. But Aries, you have to be more selective. You can't just go based off of the excitement alone and be like, this is super, super exciting in the moment, or, oh, a new friend, but you don't actually take the time to get to know these people on a deeper level. Like, what do y'all actually have in common outside of like being in a shared space, working together? Like, do y'all even have real things in common here? Does this person celebrate you? Are you proud to be their friend? Are there somebody that you would be proud to be around? Are you just trying to be friends with these people because you don't have anybody else? Are you just trying to be around these people because you've known them for a long time? Are you just trying to be around these people because they are your family? These are all questions to ask yourself for all of you guys, different types here. So your relationships don't have to start fast and end fast if you choose quality people from the jump instead of just being like, I'm going to just wait and see how I feel. Maybe it'll change. It's not going to change. It's not going to change when you start to notice the red flags, when you start to, remember your shadow side is Libra. So that's that people pleasing side or the people pleasing tendencies where you tend to not say things directly as you could, or you try to keep the peace and, not rock the boat because you want to keep the friendship, you want to keep the relationship. And over time, it's just the foundation is just crumbling. And so many of you, you're seeing that the foundations you have with these people, you got to just completely start fresh and start a clean slate, So that's what we have here for you, Aries. I know that's like maybe not the best message you wanted to hear, but it's okay because we're going to get it together. We're going to get it right. Thank you, Aries, for watching. If this reading resonated for you, let me know that in the comments down below. Leave a like, comment, share, subscribe. I am at Tarot by Bronx on everything.